When I moved to Maryland from the West Coast, I thought I have absolutely done all my research about Frederick. I read the blog post, I watched a couple of videos, and there was still a number that hit my mailbox about a year in that absolutely nobody warned me about. So today I'm not going to give you the generic list of pros and cons. I'm going to walk you through my actual first year living in Frederick, the real numbers, the thing I got wrong before I moved, and the one detail about getting into DC that almost nobody mentions until you're already living here. So, if you're new here, my name is Larizza Viado and I am a Maryland Realtor. And I relocated here myself from the West Coast, so I know firsthand what it feels like to move across the country and try to figure out which town is actually right for you. That's exactly what this channel is for: the real, the unfiltered, local insider truth about living in and moving to this state. And today's video is personal because Frederick is where a lot of my relocating clients end up landing too. So let's get into the real numbers. Before I moved, here's what I had pieced together about Frederick: the historic downtown, charming, growing fast, closer to DC than Baltimore, cheaper than the DC suburbs. All of them are true. All of the stuff every video about Frederick tells you. What none of those videos told me was that my actual bill would look like and what my actual commute options would really be. So let's start with the bill. Here's a number that nobody warned me about. Property taxes in Frederick is not flat across the city. Depending on the exact zip code you land in, your effective tax rate can swing from around 1.16% all the way up to 1.62%. That's not a small difference. And the median annual property tax bill in Frederick right now sits at around $5,000 a year. That's higher than a lot of people expect when they're comparing Frederick to other parts of Maryland. Now, this is why this matters to you. If you're comparing homes by sticker prices alone, you could be comparing two houses that look almost identical and end up with a very different real monthly cost once you factor in taxes. This is exactly the kind of thing that shows up on closing disclosure and surprises people. And it's something I walk every single relocation client through before they fall in love with a listing. If you're moving to Frederick, picturing that you will just hop on a train to DC whenever you want to, just like any other commuter rail, I'm gonna need for you to stop right there. Frederick has MARC train access into the Union Station, which sounds great on paper. Here's what almost nobody tells you. There is no weekend MARC service between Frederick and DC at all. None. And on the weekdays, the schedule only runs in one direction at a time. Trains go from DC to Frederick in the evening, and from Frederick to DC in the morning. So if your schedule doesn't match those exact windows, then the train is not an option for you that day. I didn't find this out until I was already living here and tried to plan a casual Saturday trip into the city. I assumed it would work like a normal commuter rail, but it doesn't. So if your job has any kind of flexibility or late schedule, or if you're picturing a weekend train trips to DC as part of your lifestyle here, you need to plan your home search around your actual commute pattern, not the assumption that the train will just be there when you need it. Coming from the West Coast, I expected Frederick to be small and sleepy, but it doesn't. Downtown Frederick has over 200 local businesses packed into a walkable historic district, and there's a whole linear park built along Carroll Creek that hosts events, markets, and concerts basically year-round. What got me was how much that downtown energy offsets the commute trade-offs. If your work allows any kind of hybrid schedule, Frederick stops feeling like a sacrifice and starts feeling like an upgrade everyone talks about. I just want you to go in with your eyes open about when that's true and when it isn't. Quick reminder again, my name is Larizza Viado and I am a Maryland Realtor, and this exact thing, like taxes, by the zip codes and the real commute patterns, is exactly what I walk through with people in my free Maryland relocation roadmap. Link is in the description. So here's what I wish I had known before moving to Frederick and not after. First, Ask about the specific tax rates for the exact zip code, not just the county average. That one piece of homework alone can change your monthly budget by a couple of $100s. Second, if commuting to DC matters to you at all, map out your actual commute on the actual schedule before you fall in love with a neighborhood. Don't assume, verify. Third, and this one is harder to put a number on, give downtown Frederick a real visit and not just a drive-through before deciding if Frederick is or isn't the right one for you. The thing that sold me wasn't the stat. It was standing at Carroll Creek on a weekend and realizing this didn't feel like a quiet commuter town I expected. That's why I make these videos the way that I do, and not the generic, the best of list, but the actual stuff that catches people off guard when they relocate here, because I caught some of it myself. Frederick is generally one of my favorite towns in Maryland. I just wish someone had told me all of this before I signed anything. Hey, real quick, if you're watching this video and you're seriously considering a move to Maryland, whether that's in 2 months or in 2 years, it's never too soon to get a plan together. I love helping people do exactly that, showing you homes, walking you through the buying process, mapping out your whole relocation so nothing gets missed. So I put together a free Maryland relocation roadmap that walks you through everything step by step. The link is in the description. It's free, it's detailed, and it's going to save you a lot of time in your research. And if you're ready to have a real conversation about your move, you can use the link below to schedule a one-on-one call with me. I'll help you build a strategy that fits your timeline, no pressure at all. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.